Saturday night prime time.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 54 yards.
As always, priority number 1 for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number 2, this guy right now who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn their status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him being one of the lead backs, too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Levis. Throw there, and it's going to work.
It was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1. On play action, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars at 6-3 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me,
On offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive line.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Ray McLeod to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second down, here's Levis. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He was brought down by Foya Sade and Lewican. Levis sets up the throw here. His throw incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though it's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar save. Fourth down and a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Down the right sideline. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Lawrence on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And they work this near the 5. Will be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Zay Jones.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jags are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Levis.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Levis on 3rd down.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. It's going to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. A give to Etienne running right. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A run with Henry on 1st down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Levis looking to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't.
Something a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And to throw again is Lawrence. A slant to Jones. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now Lawrence to throw. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Levis. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Lawrence on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, It's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is indeed good. The round is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of flutters it with their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Levis to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here. Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Levis back to throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing is being executed well.
Pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Russell Wilson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Daniel Jones, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. A short throw to Ingram, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. That is his 951st NFL reception. So 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across the middle and making big-time catches.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Levis.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Tennessee.
Henry running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just told me about defensive thinking, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Lawrence from his end zone.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
That almost Close, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Levis's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry, shedding the tackle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Levis on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right side. Says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
At their own 31-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. 2nd down and 4. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
Let him get you. Don't let him get you.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Levis now on 1st and 10. He gets this one to Burks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Levis looking to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be a tough 3rd and 8. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brings him 4th down and a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And this one is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Another tote for ETN. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's and he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
ETN up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Like the kicker, guys. Get in there, Enzo.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.
Now, I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Jacksonville, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.